Which celebrity do you suspect is pure evil in private? Dr. Phil for sure. There was an episode in the early 2000s featuring the mother of a missing girl named Natalie Holloway. They claimed to have confessions from the killers on tape. He showed that poor mother a completely edited conversation with the suspected murders that made it seem like a true confession. Later on they were called out on straight up lying and editing the tape. Not to mention all those countless teenagers Hess sent to outdoor rehabilitation bullshit. The horror stories that have come out of those rehabs is disgusting. He doesn't care about these people at all, they're profit to him. Dr. Phil is even worse than you think, and you probably think he sucks. I was just about to mention that. I thought he was a publicity-seeking douchebag before I heard that. After I listened to it I had the feeling that he may just be a straight-up psychopath without an ounce of empathy in his body. Free star. He is pure evil in public too. Hopefully Ghislaine Maxwell will give us the full list before she kills herself. Find you a woman who supports your dreams. Jeffrey Epstein. True love is finishing each other's sentences. Kylie Jenner. Making billions while not paying poor garment workers in Bangladesh. Oof, I guess that's a secret. Damn, I just mentioned Kendall plus Kylie not paying the garments workers in Bangladesh in the middle of an pandemic, in this economic study circle. Factories were facing a severe liquidity crunch, with the women who make our clothes placed in the most vulnerable situation. No longer receiving pay, despite having already done the work, these women are quite literally at risk of starving to death. FFS. Those Kardashian business owners are the absolute epitome of not my problem if I don't know about it capitalism. On the face of it they run these giant businesses, but really they've just hired a bunch of standard corporate types to make all the actual decisions on operations. It should be on her radar that the clothes are being made in sweatshops and abuses are rife, but she's set up the system so that she doesn't have to deal with that part of the business. They insulate themselves from the actual issues, profiting from the abuse while maintaining a veneer of plausible deniability. It's so funny to me how people say they're self-made when in reality they just had enough money to pay professionals to help them run their businesses. Steven Seagal. For starters, Hess creepy and scary even on TV and lane interviews. Hess not scary in like a big softy way, but a creepy teacher way. I'd give he has controversy already, but it really feels like he does. Dr. Phil. Porcine beady-eyed sociopath. The sicker they are the more he dives in. J-Lo. I've heard she is super demanding and shitty towards her help. I've heard this too. I knew a girl who worked for one of the big luxury fashion stores in New York and said J-Lo and A-Rod were the worst celebrities they ever had to deal with. But wait, isn't she still the same old Jenny from the block? Remember, don't be fooled by the rocks she got. Maybe that was when she just started to blow up and hadn't yet reached icon status. Jared Leto. Oprah Winfrey. Bilkis. Oh, never mind. Cosplayer. Pretty much most internet influencers. Tom Cruise, who I wouldn't be surprised if it came to light that he was a serial killer and was involved in sex trafficking. Something about him just seems so fake and off. Tyra Banks. Yeah, she sometimes seemed genuinely unstable on Ant. Just had these occasional weird aggressive moments for no reason. Mark Zuckerberg. They said in secret. Chrissy Teigen. We had a chat about what if David Attenborough was actually evil, and as soon as the cameras were off he'd go and shave pandas, kick baby penguins across the ice and punch sea turtles right in their turtly faces for fun. It was very upsetting to think about. I think James Corden. Oh wait. He's not evil. He's just a talentless twat. I am here to just read tea about celebrities. Darman. I'm aware he's not quite a celebrity, but still. Something's really off about him. You'll instantly regret saying this. Hess gonna appear in the next Darman video. Redditor insults Darman and instantly regrets it. Arnie Hammer is allegedly a cannibal. Which must have made failing the audition for the role of Hannibal Lecter particularly disappointing. Sorry, we just don't buy you as a cannibal. Funny you should say that. Kind of like O.J. Simpson not getting cast in Terminator. Cameron objected to Simpson's casting because he felt the ex-football player was too nice, And wouldn't be believable as a killing machine like the T-800. Joel Osteen. Michelle Duggar. I've always been suspicious of Jim Bob. I have a feeling he has worse skeletons in his closet than Josh. Just better at not getting caught. Steve Harvey. Lord, give us back Bernie Mac and we'll give you Steve Harvey. I ain't scared of you mother duckers. Lee Michelle. Mean girl vibes for sure. Gwyneth Paltrow, because of her goop products that are actually bad for health and she is still promoting them to people. Shove this jade egg up your gooch for reasons. Demi Lovato. Dan get in the Van Schneider. There's a YouTuber named Slow4n that has a long series going in detail about all the sketchy shit Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon in general have pulled with all the child actors, and it's actually ducking terrible when you look into it. It's definitely worth a watch. Just to add to it, Nickelodeon should be up there as one of the most evil companies ever, as they have multiple known pedophiles in their team and even re-employed them after getting out of jail for molesting kids on the Nickelodeon sets. Edit. Wow, thanks for the upvotes, this blew the F up. My sister is a paramedic, and she is often sent to watch over big singers and secure the area in case of an emergency. She gets to meet a lot of them behind the scenes before the big show. Most of them are arrogant and full of themselves. She tells me terrible stories about how the singers have zero respect for their audience, even though they wouldn't exist without them. Sorry for the terrible English. Graham Norton told a story about a singer or actress, I think singer, he had on his show who asked for 9 dressing rooms. And later the assistant came and asked for another dressing room so the singer could use it to charge her phone in there. He never revealed the name though. A lot of wacky divas out there. Pretty much the only reason I want to get famous is so I can go on Graham Norton's show. Jeff Bezos. Jerry Seinfeld always struck me as a sociopath. You guys make me Google shit that has no place in my search history. L&D. Therese something in the eyes. Any celebrity that's in Scientology. Dr. Phil, the way he handles kids, sending them to abusive care facilities, and how in a lot of his cases he does more harm than good for the kids, like the old boomer beat your kids mentality with just enough psychobabble to be dangerous and most of the time wrong. He doesn't even have a license to practice. His whole show is just him profiting off mentally ill people. Jimmy Fallon. There is something about his fakeness that triggers me. Jennifer Lopez. Mario Lopez. Hess all love and light on Instagram, but Hess a sneaky, selfish, manipulative person that consistently treats the crew around him like trash. Unfortunately, I don't suspect this, I've seen it firsthand. I'm constantly surprised when I meet people that think there is anything nice about him. Hess a slimeball. He cheated on his wife on their honeymoon. You can tell Hess a douchebag just by looking at him. All signs point to Amber Heard. Steve Jobs' probably controversial opinion, but read about Apple Lisa. He told the mother of his first child he had had a vasectomy and therefore the child couldn't be his. She had to support herself and the baby alone and ended up moving to a commune. All while he was raking in the dough, naming the computer the name of the child he denied fathering and starting a new family, with children. It irks me that we put such a terrible man on a pedestal. James Franco gives me weird vibes. Well, clearly Travis Scott. I 100% believe Tom Cruise is a serial killer and Scientology provides him his victims and covers it up. Dare I say it? Beyoncé. I used to love her in DC in the first few years of her solo career and then something happened. I don't know what, but I get bad vibes.